Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another Nexus Gaming Series matchup. Tonight, featuring Stormblessed versus Fake Taxi. Our blue team bans Stormblessed, banning both Braxis and Volskaya. Meanwhile, Fake Taxi in red, banning both Alterac Pass and Garden of Terror. We are in the Heroic Division tonight. These are the top of the top teams. Probably the best two teams in NGS. If not, top 3 or 4. But they up there. All these players could beat me blindfolded and with one hand, individually. Really hoping for a game 3 here out of these two teams. We are on Battlefield of Eternity here first. And who is this picked by? Picked by Team 1. Blue team. Okay. Good evening, for real. We have the all clear from Stormblessed. Just waiting on FT and we will get this show on the road. I don't have any water. That's going to be a problem. I have some Windex, but that doesn't really help me much. And as our song ends, I got the all clear from the other team. Almost perfect timing there. 3 seconds left on the song. Let's get into it. Battlefield of Eternity. I'm gonna try something new tonight. My new plan is to shut the hell up and just watch the game and appreciate it being played at the highest level. Lucio, our first ban tonight. The Hanzo ban. Most of these, I think, are probably targeted bans. The Chen. Will Li Ming make it through? Is the question I have. And Yrel. Yeah, Yrel, pretty good hero. Gonna be surprised if she makes it through it all tonight. There you go. Li Ming makes it through draft. Zimbo takes her early. Chromie. I was watching in Blaze. I was watching Mason Blaze. Speaking of Blaze, play some Chromie last night or the night before. I mean, Mason Blaze is just an incredible player. He's one of my favorite people to watch because of the plays that he makes these days. Love that he's still playing NGS and still kicking around. You know, he'll take a break for 3 months and come back and still be just an absolute goat. Hogger and a Nubarak. See how Stormblessed decides to respond. No healers taken or banned. Oh, excuse me, one ban on the healers. Lucio is off the table. What's going to save people from the Chromie nonsense the most? Anduin? Rhaegar? Maybe Brightwing? Anna. Okay. I wonder why Anna. The slow cleanse? If you cleanse slow with Anna and you're in Chromie Sands, I wonder if that's like you can walk out of it or if you're still in some doo-doo. In Garrosh ban. Okay. Anduin Genji? Anduin Greymane. This could be double support. It could be an Uther coming here from Tremor. Yeah, boy, plays a pretty okay Greymane, if I recall. Need a healer here. And some sort of DPS. Nice. Genji Kerosene. Okay. Does Uther look good here? Kind of. Instead it's just Varian, yeah. Taunt Bullet. It's going to make it hard for Kerosene to play pre-16. No true cleanse. But let's see if the Varian can get kidnapped by the Genji a couple of times, or even with the Kerosene, honestly. There's a lot of heroes that can pull a Varian into tower range and get him out of position here that hopefully the Li Ming can bop him over the head, but we'll see how it plays out here in the Nexus. From left to right tonight, we have Stormblessed. Mason Blaze on Chromie. Weary Day playing the Anduin. Tremor also on a ship in the bottle, playing the Varian. Yeah Boy on Greymane and Cryo. Starting bottom lane on Blaze. From right to left, it is Fake Taxi. Final Stand on Nubarak. Zimbo on Li Ming. Yasu playing Kerosene. Delusional on Genji. And starting top lane here, one of my favorite mounts, we have Alpatox 30k on a Hogger. Let's take a look at our level 1s.
2, 1. Let the battle begin.
Even-handed blessings from the Andy. And a win. Come here, girl. We have a new puppy, and I'm trying to keep her away from my wife. If she's not feeling well, the puppy will definitely keep her up most of the night, the way she wiggles around. Normally I would say that red team should be able to take this camp, but their wave clear is not great. I know it's a pre-Barbarian. Nice root there, a lot of damage going on to final. 50 HP, and now red team's got to be a little bit careful. They're going to be able to tap, but I don't think they can play this. It's only a kerosene for healing. Yeah, wisely deciding not to send this here. Almost getting a pick onto Weary. Really nice kill there. Holy cow. Targeted focus is so important. Blaze rotating down. Hits Yasu directly in the mouth. Able to get away though. Nice. Wow, nice dodge. Cocktail almost getting the kill, and now Tremo's in a lot of trouble. Both these teams duking it out early. They rotate in from the Hogger. Good. And Li Ming gets a kill on Varian. 2 for nothing there in favor of Fake Taxi. Hogger starting this top camp. Greymane gonna spot it. No spin available. Yeah, they're pinging the Hogger because he's got nowhere to go, but the extra damage can't get there in time. Now Cryo in a little bit of trouble. Delusional gonna be able to get the kill thanks to the many punches of a kerosene. Hogger going back to finish what they started. Chromie, meanwhile, in the bottom lane, doing a nice job poking the towers here. Zimbo getting a little bit low, but has plenty of time to back before this next objective. So both teams will start heading towards their bruiser camps. We have a taunt Varian. Smash and Enjoyers are sad. Wonder what kind of flavor of Li Ming we're gonna have. If it's gonna be Seeker here. Taunt immediately used on Yasu. I wonder if we're gonna have Seeker because we, just because of the map that it is, or if it's gonna be Calamity. Both teams trying to get their camp cleaned up. Chromie with that W damage being a pest. Delusional goes on Mason Blaze in the backline. Weary Day able to provide the healing. Able to get away the dash. Almost kidnapped the Varian. That could have been very bad. But he's able to skirt away. Red team a little bit behind on objective, but ahead in XP and up in a kill. Let's see how these teams decide to play this. It looks like we're gonna burn here. Greymane is back, trying to get it. Nice taunt there under the Immortal. Gets the assists there. Big stun yet again by Cryo. Alba getting low. One more kill, or one more piece of damage. One more spell will do it. Yasu trying to int for it. And they get it, actually. They're able to get it in time. Greymane. Holy cow. This rotation. They just killing the Anubarak. That is so much damage. And every time there's a taunt, I feel like there's an expectation of a kill. The Anduin is in a good position at all times. Mason Blaze is consistently holding W for that taunt, and if Greymane does any additional damage, there's a good chance that that hero is going to die. And again, no cleanse, so the only solace that they have to deal with the Varian is a heal and a prayer. 3 kills to 3 now. Both teams very even. Structure damage pretty even as well. Red team taking the top camp here. Meanwhile, Stormblessed trading for the bottom. Stormblessed does have much better push as well with this Greymane and Chromie. time Final Stand able to get out there in time. Slowing Stand's going to be used. A couple of towers will fall. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Blaze doing a great job clearing this out. Nice stun there. Giving Hogger the business a bit. And looks like we have a gank attempt potentially onto Cryo with this rotation. Both teams about to hit level 10s. Blessed Recovery into it. Kind of the 2023 build. Is Calamity Li Ming. Garbage Fire leads me to believe it's going to be a Hortapult gamer. Light Bomb, Charge, Bullet Bunker, and Slowing Sands. Wave of Force, Cocoon, 7-sided, Porto, and Dragon Blade. Not X-Strike, notably. Here goes Alba into the backline. Cryo is kind of in harmony here, but so is the Genji. The taunt, the Slowing Sands, and that'll be a wrap for the Genji. Looking at the time trap, they do get the time trap. Blaze does miss the stun, though. Weirday was going to wait to follow up. So didn't get the route prepared. Both these teams, again, so close to getting it, but this time, Stormblessed prevails. And the Immortal will be pushing in the top lane here for them. We look for a taunt. Alba able to get that spin out in time. And now, engage onto Varian. Anduin immediately gets Cocoon here. They're trying to get her out in time. Him out in time. Nice Light Bomb combo. Huge stun there from Cryo on the Blaze. Chromie, though, a little bit behind. Still doing a lot of damage. Tremor not quite out yet. The 7-sided going to be enough. And both these teams min-maxing the absolute hell out of their damage, out of their engages. What's impressive about watching Heroic Division for me, watching some of the highest tier players in the game for me, is their focus and their target calls and what they see on the map and what they see as the potential target. Li Ming's not here. They're not going to fight this. It's Yasu, the EU player with the default spray. You love to see it. And there's an expectation of layering of CC that just doesn't have to be set, right? Like, their comms are controlled. It's, yeah, okay, we're gonna taunt, then we're gonna follow up, you know, with Chromie damage, yeah, and then that's just a wrap. Alba in the backline, sitting on top of Mason Blaze. Are they gonna be able to get the kill? Nice. The stasis there. Tremor, not long for this world. Oh, Zimbo. 100 HP is all you need, baby. So they win a 4v5 fight, but Blaze was able to take top camp, and more importantly, going to be able to take this top building. And then gets the hell out of there. But the target focus is just so good. Final Stand is going to get caught in the time trap again. He's able to get out, though, so that's big. It's a big win. Maybe not completely out of the woods yet, because Taunt was still up, and now Slowing Sands. As everybody gets into the bunker here. A well-oiled machine. 6-6 in kills now. Let's see how the red team decides to respond. They're going to be clearing this wave out relatively quickly. time for a change in strategy. Illusionist Leaming. Taunt is up, right? Yeah, they go on the Hogger here. There's the bullet. There's... Bye-bye. Goodbye, whoever stands in their way of that. I mean, how do you... It's gonna get better at 16. Once Yasuo has multiple cleanses, it's gonna get better. But until that point, that can happen on cooldown. Once they have bullet up, once they have taunt available, it does not matter who the hero is, they cannot save them. Plain and simple. If they layer, if blue team is layering their CC correctly, it's just over.
Victory through righteousness.
Victory through righteousness. And here are the 14s. Finals running for his life. Nice Q there. He's got to be careful. Yeah, he's in taunt range here. Didn't have the Anduin root that time, or it would have been another kill. But good damage overall. And this is going to be looking to take a keep, potentially. Are they going to try running past this? I think they are. Yasuo going in. He's going to have to 7-sided here. Maybe not. He's able to get out there with the air ally. That's why he was saving it. Blaze gets interrupted there by the horde, loot horde, I believe. Yeah, I remember what I said about that taunt bullet thing. Big stun there by Cryo. Here's the light bomb engage. The 7-sided to try to avoid that entirely. And it looks like blue team is going to try to end. And with a Grey Mane, they should be able to here. Get a couple more kills. Yeah, I mean, it's just... How do you deal with this? Red team didn't quite get their 16s. Didn't quite get a cleanse. Because of that, here comes a Dragon Blade Delusional. Nice sidestep there, but it doesn't matter. The core is dead. That'll be GG's in favor of Stormblessed for the first game here. Well, that's how you play Taunt Varian. Not much to say about that. It was really hard for them to play with no cleanse. I saw the vision, I saw the dream, but they didn't quite make it there. Didn't quite make it to 16 for the cleanse. Movement speed banner even, just to get on top of them more. Just to run them down. Juggernaut plating, that makes sense. Pretty low kills, short game. We'll go to a game 2 now. Get Stormblessed their point on the board. See where they go from here. Going to D-Shire for game 2. Alright, let's get into game 2 here. Dragonshire, yes, for real's favorite map. Where'd my little puppy go? She switched spots? Oh, there you are. Okay, good girl. You can lay down. Yeah, you just relax. Have a nice little nap. This time Sylvanas is our first ban. Very quickly, Johanna removed from existence. No Urel, no Maiev. Ooh, we have the rat on the good skin, too. See how the Brewers are doing. Are they coming back at all? Oh, they're kind of coming back. Alright, alright, alright. I need to have the sun in the background. Need light. They didn't switch sides, did they? Okay, good. They're on the same side still. It's a Tyrael and a Blaze. Cryo stuck in Blaze jail all night. Brightwing and the Hogger makes another appearance. Junk is the king of the dragon, yeah. I mean, what's her face is still up. Chromie is still available. I'm gonna be real surprised when we don't see a Chromie ban here, considering I think Mason Blaze has played it in like 2 or 3 straight games now. Granted, you have the Brightwing, but still. Chromie also pretty S-tier hero on D-Shire. Anything with point control. Sure enough, Junkrat does have that. Instead, Guldaniel banned. Rhaegar for the camp clear. Wave clear in general. And Greymane again. Even Mason Blaze for last. So it tells me they're not going to take Chromir. They probably would have. Well, maybe not. Maybe they don't assume that Junkrat Chromir are going to be a thing, so they want to confirm the Greymane. Let's see what Final and Delusional is going to go with here. They need a tank. What kind of tank lives right now? Muradin? I don't hate Muradin here. Oh, Stitches wants to play. And Hanzo. Cool. Medivh? This might be a Medivh angle. Wait, if they go Medivh, isn't it just terrifying? Okay, Chen. Wonder if Medivh was a consideration there. He brings Pandemonium. And we bring you to game 2. This best of 3, potentially the last game of the series, from left to right, up 1-0. We have Stormblessed, Mason Blaze on Greymane, Yeboy on Shen, Weary Day on Rhaegar, Cryo playing the Blaze again, and Tremor on Tyrael. From right to left, it is... Oh, my game is bugged. I have to... There we go. From right to left, we have Fake Taxi. Delusional playing Hanzo. Yasu on the Brightwing. Alba again on the Hogger. Zimbo on my favorite, the Junkrat. And Final Stand
10 seconds.
On Stitches, who looks like he wants to play.
5, 4.
Let's take a look at level 1s.
2, 1. Fight well.
All pretty normal, I'd say. We build Hanzo. Oh, a little bit of anti-synergy there. Who's got the better wave clear? Both of them have pretty good wave clear here early. Junkrat booping himself over to the camp. Gonna be starting that immediately. And does blue team go to invade? No, they are instead doing their hards. Hogger and Hanzo doing their hards as well. Delusional waiting for him to get set up. And Tremor just taking a look at the situation here. Gonna take a couple of lumps for looking.
You think yourself worthy?
And both teams here, just about a minute in, will be getting both their camps out.
Take control of the shrines.
What flavor of Chen do we have? We have freshness ingredients, so even though it's a 4-man Chen, still opting for the older build, which is still pretty strong. Chen is just a strong hero now. Well, really always has been, but got stronger last patch. Look at this Hogger spin.
Capture the shrines. Inherit the dragon.
This is going unnoticed in the bottom lane. Weird Day and Mason Blaze capturing this bottom objective. Enemy spotted. They see him. Mason Blaze is quite low though. Dino jumps over the wall. The scatter is enough. Actually, the damage from the Stitches is what killed him there. And this is a nice start for Fake Taxi here. They might even get another kill No, it doesn't look like it, but they're doing a great job bowling the top lane here. Zimbo walking in, trying to get a pick, not going to. But they have taken all of Blaze's lunch money top. They're going to be able to take both towers here. And they did a substantial amount of damage to the bottom lane as Chen falls, likely thanks to a good hook. Blaze eventually goes down in the top lane. I'm missing them all. They go on to Zimbo there. The slow is good. Immediately gets jumped on. Shift, even if it was a hyper shift, might have not been in time. Fake Taxi now with a huge wave here in the bottom lane. 2 camps will do that. Both the Siege Giants and this bottom camp. And already able to take out the bottom fort, potentially? Maybe? No, they got distracted by the wave, but that is very battered and bruised. Tremor getting quite low. Yasuo in trouble, but will not fall. Delusional 2 stacks on his Q quest. Chen still inquiring ingredients. Only 9 away from getting that completed. Ooh, almost the swipe from Delusional there. Able to bait Weary and just jump over the wall. No mule, so not going to be able to heal that up. But a couple kills up and Fake Taxi looking a little bit more put together here in the early stages of this game. Looks like Delusional taking a little bit of a sloppy rotation, gonna get picked off. Did he have the D available? He tried to jump, but could not get off in time thanks to the Blaze stun. Nice play there. Chen holding down the fort bottom lane. And looks like we might see a shockwave here. Blue team gonna get this first objective. Thanks to the pick top, and they are going to walk top with it. I guess because everybody was here. And they're just gonna let the Grey Mane eat the building. Cryo is watching for a rotation here. Brightwing spots him, gives him a little love tap.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
The bottom camp, that Siege Giant camp, not cleared in time, so the first fort going over to Taxi.
Power is yours no longer.
Shattering Teeth. Hanzo still needs 1 Q. I can't tell who it is here. I might be able to figure it out. I'm assuming it's Chen. Or I guess if it was offlaner, it makes sense. It's probably Blaze. Level 10's just around the corner. What's going on here in the top lane? Yasuo getting run down. The spell armor is good though, thanks to that camp. They're going on Cryo. Nice boop there by Alba. He's in a lot of trouble. He just needs anybody else to come get him. The Q just misses. And here come all the ultimates. A big arrow just missing. But the shockwave did not.
Hero slain.
But despite that, Fake Taxi ending up 3-1 there in kills. Everybody snap picked their ults so quick there. We saw the arrow, shockwave, Riptire, and the Emerald Wind. Very interesting choice, especially into a Chen with a barrel. That would scare the hell out of me. And Gorge as well. Judgment, Ancestral, Keg, Throat, and Bunker. Cryo immediately bunkering there. After hook. Maybe just slightly lost track of Gorge timer. And with the space that Taxi has created, they're going to be doing bottom camp. Zimbo getting quite low, but let's see what's happening here in the mid lane. His final stand does have Gorge available. They hit the Tyrael. Gonna need a trap here, but it's not gonna have one. So Tyrael's gonna be able to get out here. Throws down bottom. Yeah. Delusional though, the scatter. Weary able to provide enough healing to keep him alive there. It's a nice play by Delusional. Try to get that kill. Arrow being yeeted. Connects the two. A hook. And an unstopped used. Chen and Hog are duking it out. Stagger popped. This camp is still pushing. It's going to be getting some value here. Chen's going to have to go clear. And red team about to have 13. It's about to have a very long hook. And it's going to be increasingly more difficult to deal with. There is our 13s. Let's see if we immediately get a hook gorge. They go on to Chen. We're going to have to judgment this, I think. They don't. Oh, they did have judgment. That's why they didn't do it. Oh, is he going to live? Is he going to live? No, the alcoholic is going to fall. No judgment, no ancestral available. And blue team immediately running top to get a pick here on the Hogger. The shockwave connects to 3. Hogger has spin right now. Arrow connecting. Oh, this Brightwing shift couldn't get there in time, but the consolation prize here, able to get the objective, is the red team. But they have to be very careful. They don't have judgment, but they do have keg. Could be used to maybe look for an engage here past the DK should they so choose. Blaze is kind of a Narnia. Ooh, 5 HP. 5 HP is enough for me, says Cryo. Holy. Not even close, baby. They are slow pulling this a bit. The DK actually times out. Hook is found on the Tremor, but here is the barrel of monkeys. An arrow is sent, connects the 2. Cleanse on the Mason Blaze to stop getting hit from the retire. Yasu, excuse me. With the Emerald Wind to disengage everybody, but it's a nice judgment here, and a massive shockwave lands through 3. Alba trying to turn this fight, and maybe has done so successfully. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Hook not quite connecting. Every ultimate but the Ancestral is used because it was on cooldown, and the red team's waves are in a very good situation here. Fake Taxi really riding the momentum off the back of a really strong first 3 minutes of this game. Oh, Weary Day almost got hooked. The Borko could have licked the metal on the hook as it returned. It was that close. Gorge wasn't up. He may have gotten out of there, but it would have been close. Junkrat's on camp. Chen's on camp. Well, on clear duty, rather. Doesn't look like they're going to go too into this. They catch the Blaze! What a hook here by Final. Some spell armor to boost them up. I mean, that was an that was an execution. That was so extra. The Emerald Wind into the Poly, into the Shockwave. Why not? You'll get your ultimates back. Final Stand really doing a number with these hooks.
There must always be a Dragon Knight.
There must always be a Dragon Knight. Elbow able to get the nice spin out. Junkrat clearing bottom. He is spread volley, so able to take camps very quickly. One of my favorite talents for doing that, by the way. Boing. Ripper air. Does he just get to do this camp? I think so. Gorge available now. Looking for a hook. Not quite finding one this time. And here we have a barrel. Yasuo gonna look to shift in. Arrow connects to 2. Yasuo able to stasis, and the Emerald Wind to disengage. Nice play there by the Bright One. Get the Chen. Auger spinning out. Here comes a Riptire. Not really going to do much, I think, with this Gorge. Tremor's going to be able to get away. Junkrat's here. It's a 4-on-5. Blaze making his way up now. Maybe. Yes, is making his way up now. You can tell that Stormblessed really wants his top fort. Beautiful scatter arrow there into Poly. Hanzo connecting on all of his abilities there. And we are scatter. We're not, or pierce, excuse me. Tremor has to be careful of that trap. Again, final stand. We've seen this before. Here comes the shift. It's going to be an instant Emerald Wind. The arrow to disengage. They all spread out. And now red team walks away. Yep. Yeah, boy is able to sneak the Dragon Knight. Hogger and Blaze are duking it out bottom. Not much happened with that, but... There should be a fort, potentially 2 here with the Dragon Knight, although it is getting shredded very quickly. They go on Yasuo, who immediately stasis. And they just want the building. Tremor is saying, please just get the building. Wow, he's actually able to get the Ancestral off, buying him a little bit of time. And are they going to go top as well? Chen will have barrel in 10 seconds, so he should be able to take top fort and then barrel out. Red team likely going to be taking mid fort. Mid and top with that kill. They look really disjointed, actually. For the first time this series, yeah, there's a little bit of miscommunication. Yeah, they just need to take the fort. They figure it out. The Dragon Knight's not really going to do much. If they just get both forts, it's a big win. So they do that. And then look to be heading top. Are they going to try to kill the Chen out of this? Maybe they can. He's going to have to immediately barrel anyway. Does he go through the base? No, he can't. That is a really smart play. Never even occurred to me to do that. Yeah, that's awesome. Here comes an arrow. Connects on a Weary Day. Shockwave. Bunker right next to it, but he is poly, so not able to get in. Now both teams with their level 20s. We have got ourselves a game here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 forts down to 2 forts down. I would say the slight macro advantage to the red team, but very slightly. And which team's ultimates are better? I'd have to argue that Stormblessed level 20 are better. We have the Blunderbuss, we have an upgraded Angel of Justice. Angel of Justice, I don't know why I said it like that. The double Ancestral. But Stitches can still do Stitches things. The unfortunate problem for Final is that now we have a, what's it, like a 25-second judgment cooldown? 30 seconds. So it's always going to be up. And now they can have an additional engage.
It won't be long before the shrines are ready for the taking.
They got the trap down. Is it in time? Yes, it is. That is a very dead turtle. Beautiful CC chain there. Power of the Junkrat Stitches. Cryo might be in a little bit of trouble here. Alba misses the shockwave. Zimbo, oh my gosh. Cryo can't leave. Oh, yes he can. Alright, a little bit of a mistime there, Boop, but that's a hard one to judge. When a Blaze is eing over the top of it. This is kind of a stalemate right now. They're gonna have to find a pick somewhere. One of these teams finding a pick somewhere, just kind of waiting for a hook to land. This Junkrat boops away. Danger, danger. Hook finds the Rhaegar. Immediately Yasuo presses Emerald Wind. Ancestral not in time this time. And Yasuo is going for a ride. The arrow going to connect to Tyrael there is a nice disengage from them, but Tremor might pay for it. And Yasuo does have a 5-second cooldown on Emerald Wind. He's going to be shifted in here, trying to save the team. Couldn't quite make it to the Hogger, but it's going to be a 1-for-1. This is, I mean, I can't believe how much value this Emerald Wind is getting. Actually insane. Cryo doesn't have bunker for another 33 seconds. Will they be able to get out? It doesn't look like that because of the Emerald Wind, but they are sick of Yasuo's shit, and she is gonna go down. The Emerald Wind, the Hurricane has been put to sleep, at least for the next 60 seconds. And again, another 1-for-1, but with no healer. Gonna make it a lot harder. Tyrael going in with the Judgment, almost getting a kill. Actually does get the kill. Well played by Tremor there. Just understanding he can get the solo kill. The solo bolo, as it's called. Granted, he was only at half HP, but, you know. Uh-oh, Zimbo missed! Zimbo missed! I've been there, fam. That's like the most horrifying feeling, because like you know you're gonna get bounced way over here into safety, but if you do miss, then it's hella bad. So if 2 dead, they're not going for the DK. I'm wondering if they're gonna go now. But no, they're just going in looking for a kill. Start your engines. Extra oomph. Stitch is gonna look for a hook on the way out the door. He is the one who knocks. But he's not gonna find anything this time around. I love this talent, by the way, the Earth Shield. And, I mean, surely they're not just gonna let him cap it. The barrel, I was gonna say it missed, but the barrel wasn't to engage. The barrel was to get people away so that the Dragonite can be capped. And now with this camp here, this is a very, I mean, this should end, I think. It's gonna be hard for the red team to stop it. They are able to clear the camp. That is good. Riptide does get a little bit of a cooldown reduction. The DK being poked down with whatever DPS is available. And Hogger has to spin out. Oh, but gets caught. Surprised we don't see an immediate judgment on that. No spin available. And they start hitting core now with the DK. Shockwave not going to connect. The bunker being used. Everybody getting in the bunker. Core dropping at 80%. Ancestral going to be used here. It is all in on core right now for Stormblessed. And they look to have clawed their way back to a victory here. Despite down 5 kills, they are going to get this domination. GG's. Well played. Stormblessed wins game 2. Long game that time around. Delusional 110,000 damage. I mean, completely golfing everybody else in damage that game. Healing numbers relatively the same. Offlane numbers relatively the same. 5 kills extra in favor of Fake Taxi, but they aren't able to take a map. And so, my curse of... Well, no, I cast a 3-game series last night. So that's not fair to say. But a good series, nonetheless. Some pretty excellent plays. My favorite being the Chen play. Jumping over the wall in mid, and then just kind of walking out, and not even needing the barrel to go back from once he came. Just really, really clever. So, congratulations again to Stormblessed. 2-0 victory over Fake Taxi. Thank you, chat, for joining me this evening. Hopefully you've enjoyed some HOTS action. I don't think we have any other games happening tonight. No, but tomorrow we have a ton of games. Only one of which is currently being cast. CCS against Toxic Lizards. Yeah, I'm the only one. Anomaly and Cosmos are playing right now. Do they post right now? I don't know if I have the other energy for one. Anyway, GG's. Have a good night, everybody. Be good to each other.